Hello, everyone. I am Katia Bertenze. I represent Business and Technology University today. So today's topic is digital marketing. First of all, thank you everyone to join us, and thank you for your interest and active participation. To start, I just want to say that, as you know, we are making certificates for every participant, and please make sure you are signed in with your full names in Zoom to make lists for make lists of participants. If you have some technical problems with changing names, you can just write this your name in chat, and we will write your name in the list. So now I want to say that we are live streaming today's masterclass, and you can see the recording of this meeting in EUMMAS website. Now I will introduce our speaker, today's speaker, Gigi Kurtanidze, and ask him to introduce himself, and then we can start today's masterclass. Thank you, everyone, again.
Thank you, Katia, for introduction. Hi, guys. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you again, BTU and EUMMAS, for this opportunity. Today, I'm going to represent and talk about my experience in digital marketing. We started like 7 years ago. So let me begin, actually. Basically, today I'm going to talk about the role of ad creatives in digital marketing, which is, I think, the #1 crucial factor of successful digital marketers. Before moving to the main topic, I would like to introduce myself once again. I'm Gigi. I'm the founder of a UGC creative agency, UGC Viral, which works abroad in countries like UK, in Emirates, and we are agency who creates ads for e-commerce brands. Besides that, I'm co-founder of Ad Summit, which is #1 digital marketing event in Caucasian region, like in Georgia, in Azerbaijan, and in Armenia. I have 7 years of experience in digital industry. I worked with many brands. Most of them were 7-figure brands, which generated more than $1 million of revenue in 1 year. I also have spent more than $3 million in paid advertising in platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Google Ads. Besides of that, I'm also a mentor. I teach e-commerce in my local country in Georgia, and I have more than 200 students right now. Also, I'm a content creator. I create content in my local language, also in Georgian. I have more than 200K followers, which for Georgia is such, believe me, it's like huge numbers, especially when I'm talking about the business. This is my experience. My experience in digital marketing actually started during my Erasmus program. I was studying in Barcelona with exchange program. This was wonderful opportunity for my career, where I discovered new new industry. I never actually knew before anything about digital marketing. I didn't even know how this field was working, how to run ads on Facebook, on Instagram, or any other platforms. Basically, after discovering this field, first what I did is I did tons of research on YouTube. I watched like hundreds of different videos, people talking about digital marketing, and I fell in love from the day one. And now I cannot imagine my life without digital marketing. So when I came back to Georgia, I started working as a social media manager in a startup company. And I always say that startup companies, working in startup companies when you don't have any experience, is like best thing you can do actually, because with startup, what is good is that there is a tons of works to do. Not only maybe I worked in Academy of Digital Industries as a social media manager, but I did tons of different works like creating websites, shooting videos, photos, editing those photos and videos, and building campaigns by myself with a low budget, which was like in which situation you had to get creative to create something like remarkable. And that's what I did. I worked there 2 years, and basically with the Academy of Digital Industries, it's online course platforms. We became one of the most successful brands in Georgia in terms of online teaching. Then I moved to this company, Megobari, which is a Georgian Swiss company. It's an e-commerce company who creates different kind of e-commerce brands. It was like 2 years ago. With Megobari, I created many seven-figure brands: Che Beauty, Mind the Goat, Cloud Pillow, Prefer. These were the brands who generated more than 1 million sales. Some of them even in the very first 3 months, we generated millions of dollars. Basically that's it. So Che Beauty was my very first successful brand in terms of working with Megobari. And besides that, here are my companies which I'm working on right now. This is e-commerce blueprint. I'm going to tell more in details. This is UGC Viral. This is Ad Summit, the event I talked about, and also other many projects I have. So Prefer, as I told you, one of the first brands I worked with, we generated more than 100,000 of sales of each product with 20,000 more customers, happy customers. And this is the result we are getting each year. Can we clear this out? Like who did this? Let me show you. I think I don't have permission of this. Yeah, thanks whoever did this. So what I was talking about. So Prefer was one of my very first brands I worked with. As you can see, we generated tons of sales. Also, Che Beauty was memorable for me because it was really a unique brand, because we actually, from Georgia to USA, we never, any of our member of our team never visited USA, and we created brand from Georgia from distance with the communication with factory. Actually, we shipped from Africa supplements and shipped it to USA factory, and in the factory we produced a hair care brand, Che Beauty, which is a brand for women who have this afro hair, most of them black people, and this was one of the most successful brands I worked with, because in the very first 3 months we already generated 200,000 sales. And this is the result we are getting now. As you can see, we are scaling and scaling more and more. So yeah, that's it. And also, this is my new startup. I created like 2 months ago, e-commerce ads blueprint, which is actually pretty useful for anyone who has worked with e-commerce. This is like a guideline with one of the best templates you can use for your brand. This blueprint includes 300 plus ad creatives. Also, it includes many different kind of examples you can use for your brand to scale. It includes also more than 600 plus hooks, which I'm going to explain what it is. And today I'm in today's presentation. And it also includes the templates of copies for video ad scripts. So yeah, basically this is the product. So we launched 2 months ago, and it's pretty hugely successful. We are selling those products mostly in United Arab Emirates, in the UK, in Australia, in New Zealand, and many different countries across the world. We have also a community of Slack. And actually, after this presentation, I would like to share this with you. You can use it. It's paid, but for today's attendance people, you can use it for free, and you can also join our community to learn more about this stuff. So what's the digital marketers one of the biggest challenges? Does anyone have any idea or anything that comes up to your mind? What's the digital marketing's biggest challenge right now? I believe you don't guys have access to talk, right? You can write also in message if you want. Okay, let me answer my question by my own. It's no worries if you don't have any ideas. From my 7 years experience, I can pretty tell the number one challenge for any digital marketer is, and we got some answer. Wait, let me see actually. Concurrency, AI. Yeah, AI is a challenge. I believe it's not a challenge, it's an opportunity more than a challenge. So challenge is actually attention. To get people's attention, it's one of the hardest challenges of today's digital marketers. You see, when you log into your Facebook, your TikTok account, yeah, creativity also. Yeah, thanks. So when you log into your social media account, you get tens of thousands of different ads every week. And you see, you have to stand out from those 10,000 different kind of ads, which is pretty huge and hard. Yeah, choosing right product also. Yeah, that's correct also. So getting people's attention is pretty huge problem right now, because you have to get really creative to grab someone's attention. It might be with a controversy, it might be with a strategy of getting something unnatural and unexpected. Besides that, you won't be successful. Thank you guys for your cooperation. That's our pretty good answers also. So this is the attention span. This is not coming from me. This is from Harvard's research. In 2000s, the people were more curious. Actually, they had more time to view some content because there were not so much content around in internet. So that's why average per video they used to spend 12 seconds. Then in 2015, when Harvard did same research, they found out this decreased to 9 seconds. And by today's dates, almost today, it's right now it's 5 seconds. So to get people's attention, to get hooked to your video and watch it fully, it requires you 5 seconds. You have only 5 seconds to get someone's attention so they can potentially watch your video until full. So you see, 5 seconds is not quite huge amount of time. That's why for every digital marketer, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to say something so much important in 5 seconds so that people can continue watching your ads and going to your website and purchasing the products you are advertising. It is hugely hard. I can say that. But today I created a presentation. I think it will help you to encourage you to create more creative ads for your future career, so you can have like good results. So company will be maybe happy, or your own brand you will create. You get the results which will be profitable, right? Because a digital marketer cannot be successful in career if you cannot deliver the results to your company, right? So the ultimate guide to create high converting paid ads is actually, first of all, is to do a proper research and create a proper strategy. It doesn't matter what product you have, what service you have. First of all, what you have to do is you have to research around that product or service. What are people actually talking and willing about that product or service? So best ways to do this internationally, it's pretty easy. You can go to communities like Reddit and Quora and see what people are asking about. In my case, let's say in the case of e-commerce ad blueprint, the people were asking how to run ads properly, what kind of ads to run, how to create a testing campaign, how to set up Facebook pixel and stuff like that. So what I did when I did this research, I gave this data and tons of different questions summed up in one Google Sheet to I gave this Google Sheet to ChatGPT. And what I told ChatGPT is that I told ChatGPT that, hey, can you summarize those questions and give me top 5 questions what people are asking and struggling with. This is number 1, the best way to do. So I suggest you to do it when you do some research. When you do some research, you have to we use ChatGPT maybe to summarize those questions and find the best problems that our users are struggling with. After the research, you have to do a brief. You have to create a brief. As a digital marketer, you have to write a script and scenario, explain in details what kind of ad you are willing to do. So what you have to do is you have to come up with an ideas like what content creator should talk in this video, or if it's photo, what should copywriter write, right? So that's why you have to give a guideline to those people, to copywriters, to content creators. So best way to do is to find, first of all, reference. Finding references is not easy, and in a different slide I will show you how to do it and how do I actually do it right now. So you have to come up first of all with the reference. It's easier for each member when they see reference. It's much easier them to understand what you're willing to do. But if you don't have reference, what you have to do is you have to explain in details for which segment is this ad for, what's the primary objective of ads, what are the primary problems we are going to talk about in this video and stuff like that. And after that, you have to write this kind of copy of the ad. Then there is a production. As a digital marketer, also you have to choose a great content creator, especially when you're working in e-commerce field as I do. You have to find good fitting content creator, which fits perfectly to your product or service. So best way to do is to go to websites like Below, Incense, Upwork, or maybe Facebook groups to find those kind of people who are willing to participate in your ads for some amount of money, like $50 to $200. That's what we actually are doing in my agency right now. I have tons of content creators collaborating with me, and every time something new comes up, new brand comes to us, I always pick the right content creators for each brand. Let's say if the product is about solving an acne, the skin problem, what I do is I usually find content creator who really does actually have this kind of problem, so they can perfectly talk about this problem, right? So then there's another step, last step, which is post-production. You have to communicate with the video editor so you can so they can edit video perfectly. What's the number one mistake that all digital marketers do is they usually create ads that actually looks like ad, which is bad. And also they create ad which is not native to the platforms like TikTok, Meta, and stuff like that. So what I suggest you do is always try to create ads that never looks like ad. This is the best format which works best for me. So I suggest you to do it also in the future, nearest future, or right now, if you have any brands which for which you are working for, I suggest you to do it. And also use good sounds like which are viral. Also, the video ads should never be boring. So I suggest you to edit those videos so it never gets boring. So best way to do it is to actually in every 2 seconds or one and a half seconds to show user a new visual every approximately 2 seconds. This and the most important part is to test different angles and versions. As you can see in my image, can you see it clearly? I have 88 different versions of ad, with each one of them also has different variations. You can see here CB83 with the 3 different variations. So each of those ads has 3 different variations. So right now I have more than 200 plus variations of ads created. This is how much effort does it need to be successful. Because when you're creating 1 or 2 ads, you can never be sure that those 2 ads will deliver results for your client. So the number one way to do it actually is to rely on the Facebook's algorithm and give them as much as data as possible. Yeah, create tons of ads, give it to the Facebook or any other social media platform, and believe me, platform will work perfectly. Or all you need to do is to give those kind of platforms the ad variations. And for the best type of ads you can create for e-commerce brands or service providing brands is those, but mostly e-commerce. First, unboxing videos when you are showing your product and sharing the experience of first unboxing. Every people are curious about always. They always want to know what inside the box, right? The second video is product demos, demonstrating products in use, what the product can do, what can it deliver, what can it not deliver maybe, but yeah, just showing the actual product. The third one is product reviews, showing testimonials, people who are actually using it and making your product useful to them, and demonstrating those to the potential customers as an ad. So it works pretty well. And 4 is just a lifestyle shots, like product in use in a lifestyle. Yeah, that's it. Actually, I cannot explain anymore. This is a 4 best type of ads you can create for your brand or your client's brand. And the best way to also do research to get more creative is to use platforms like foreplay.co, Facebook Ad Library, Bigspy, and Minia.com. This is the 4 tools I'm using always. Most of them are actually not free, unfortunately. Foreplay is $49 per month. Bigspy is $100 per month. In Minia is 50, but Facebook Ad Library is free. And also I actually forgot one, TikTok Ad Library also is pretty good. TikTok Ad Library and Facebook Ad Library, those are 2 free platforms you can use to research and get more creative. You have to always make sure to have the best versions of ads, and you also have to, as a digital marketer, you have to track different kind of competitors and see what they are doing, and from that you can actually create your own ideas and generate new type of ads, which is really crucial for this industry. And let's move to the next part, which is how to set up a testing and scaling campaigns in Meta Business Suite. So I always suggest this to my students, that please always use leads or sales objective. Never ever use any different kind of objectives if you're not brand like maybe Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and stuff like that. Because here, as you can see, we have 6 main primary objectives. I'm going to explain. I don't know how well you know this, but some of you might don't know. So I'm going to explain each one of them. First of all, it's awareness campaign objective, which is actually the keyword is telling us what it is used for. It's for brand awareness. If you just launch your brand and no one knows about your brand and your brand values, what you can do is you can create an ad, shoot a video where you explain in details what your brand is about, what your values, what your goals, what your objectives, and introduce your brand to the customer. This is what 99% of beginner digital marketers think about. Oh, it's a perfect. Oh, if my brand is really new and fresh, then I have to use this object. No, never. Never use this objective unless, as I told you before, you're not McDonald's. This is for the brands who actually not selling their products on website, and those are like big, really big brands who just want to be just presented every single day to maximum amount of users as possible every day, to make them remember that this brand exists and you can use it, because yeah, that's it. That's how it works actually. Also, traffic, it's so bad. Like this objective is actually for to sending people to your website, but most of the time this traffic objective people are really low quality people. And one thing I want you to remember is that Facebook and many other social media platforms knows you so perfectly that maybe I can say that that your mother doesn't know you pretty well as Facebook knows about your interests, about your behavior, about your decision making, and any such kind of things. So when it comes to objective, it's the same. Facebook knows people who are willing to purchase something, and if you don't choose sales, you're never gonna get delivered your ads to those people, because sales objective is primarily for the people that Facebook thinks that these people are willing to buy something from Facebook. When you choose traffic, it's never going to show any of those people. Yeah, there might be someone who randomly purchased your product, but to compare, let's say if you run traffic campaign and you spend hundreds, let's say $1,000, you spend $1,000 in traffic ad and sales. What you're gonna get result is from traffic, you're gonna get tons of website visitors, which might seem tricky, and you might think that, oh, this is so good, it's so cheap to get people to my website. But actually, from these $1,000, most of the people are really low quality, as I told you before, and they will never be those people who might potentially purchase your product. But in terms of sales campaign, let's say if you run the same ad, but for sales objective for $1,000, I can guarantee you in 99% scenario, you will get more sales from here to this. And I can also make sure that and guarantee you that from sales objective, you will get less visitors, which seems really tricky to beginners, because the beginner digital marketers always think that as much as people will visit my website, more purchases I will have. But that's not actually true in terms of advertising. In terms of advertising, what is crucial is to deliver ads to the right people, first of all, to qualify them, and then make sure they visit. Because traffic people never gonna purchase, and sales objective people, they are more likely to purchase from your ad. And also I like leads. Leads is also a pretty good objective. If you have high ticket products like courses, like I don't know, like cars you are selling, let's say, or houses, in this scenario, leads are the best. What you can do is if you're selling let's say car which costs maybe $50,000, you cannot run sales objective. It's not, it doesn't work like that, right? Never gonna anyone go to the website and purchase the car and pay by card $50,000, right? So what you actually can do as a digital marketer, you can create a campaign to generate potential leads. What are the leads? Leads are the people who are interested in the product, right? So what you can do is make sure that users can leave a phone number or email to your website when they visit, so they can get more information about your products. I would suggest you to use only primarily these two objectives, sales and leads. If you have e-commerce brand and you are selling not like until $500 of amounts of products, price tag, I mean price tag, I would suggest you to use sales objective. But if you're selling something that is worth more than $500, I suggest you to use lead campaigns, which works pretty well also. So to sum up, Meta's smart algorithm always tracks our audience behaviors and groups them into different objectives. And don't use objectives which are not prior to your campaign and to your business objectives, okay? That's the number one thing always any beginner digital marketings are making mistakes. They're running engagement campaigns, they're running traffic campaigns, they're running awareness campaigns, not leads and sales, which are number one crucial part of the business to be successful in e-commerce or any brand who just runs ads. So this is how I set up my testing campaign. Let's see how well you know also the Facebook, because this is screenshot from my Facebook ads library. No, not library, sorry, from my Meta Business Suite. As you can see, we have spent here $90,000 on those ads here. Who can actually tell me what is this AOV? Does anyone know what AOV means? just a random question. So if anyone knows, that's perfect. Yeah, we can also see here purchases, as you can see, from amount spent, purchases, and cost per result. Cost per result is pretty important metric when you are running a testing campaign. What does metric tell you is how much money you need to spend average to get one sale, which is pretty crucial actually, right? So if you know how much money you need to get one sale, it is so much easier to calculate many different kind of results depending on different kind of budget, right? So it is good when digital marketer knows those kind of metrics. So I would suggest you to do some good research. Average money customer spend. That's right, Iwa. Thank you. That's correct. This is average order value, which means how much money each user are spending when they are making purchase on our website. So if our cost per result is $22, right? Let's do some really easy maths, right? Because for any digital marketing who knows good maths and calculations, it's a pretty significant advantage, I would say. If we calculate logically, if you think, if we need $22 to spend to get one purchase, and we get average order value from each user, $42, it means that if we have to divide 42 by 22, and we will get this number, right? 1.89, which is ROAS, one of the most crucial metrics that digital marketers use to track their campaign success. ROAS is return on ad spend, which indicates when we are spending $1, how many dollars are we getting back actually. So in this scenario, in this ad, which name is CB37 3 reasons, you can see that when we spend $1, we get back $1.89, which is profitable for this brand. There are some scenarios where you might get also this kind of result, 1.47, but you might be in a losing scenario because there are also cost of goods sold. There are also some different kind of expenses that brand has, and 1.5 ROAS maybe not be profitable for them. So I would suggest you to know these kind of business numbers when you're working with client or for your own brand, especially. And you should always know this, that what is the minimum break-even ROAS for each brand. If brand tells you that their break-even ROAS is 2, this means that when you are spending $1,000 and you are getting $1,800 back, you are losing money because the business has so many other expenses that they cannot cover up from sales. So please know always what is your break-even ROAS. So to set up testing campaign, what you have to do is you have to use this also. My students always ask me, how much budget should I spend daily for my brand? And my answer is this: 5 multiplied by CPA. This is the answer. If your average purchase CPA is $22, as we can see in this example, this means that we have to multiply 22 by 5, which is around $110, and you have to spend minimum $110 daily to get good results, to make sure that algorithm works perfectly, because what Meta and TikTok algorithms need in time when we are running ads is data. If they don't get enough data, they cannot get you results that you will be happy with. So I know this is a huge amount of money, but this is actually for our US brand. For USA, $100 is pretty low amount of money. For Georgian countries, it might be like $10 is also pretty good amount of money. So yeah, these campaigns are running on USA. That's why they have like results like this. So yeah. And also, I would suggest you to create 3 versions of each ad and use maximum 6 ads in one campaign. So when you're testing your campaigns, I would suggest you to create 6 different versions with 3 different variations, which means 18 different versions of ad. And what we need testing campaign for? Does anyone know? But in terms of time, we're actually really limited. So testing campaigns are required so you can test which ad is performing pretty well. So then you can move this ad to different campaign to, let's say, in terms of basketball, in all-star team. Have you ever watched like All-Star or anything like that? What the idea is that you have to have scaling campaign, which is this is a scaling campaign. Scaling campaign is like all-star team, like one of the best players in our team collaborated together, working together. Testing campaign is like it's a academy, let's say football academy, where there are tons of small kids running around playing with balls. Some of them know pretty well, some of them don't know. And testing is like that. So that from academy, there might be like 10 or 11 football players they will get qualified to play in the main team, which is scaling campaign. So scaling campaign is all-star, as I told you. So every time we are creating scaling campaign, we have to make sure to indicate inside those campaigns only good driven resulted ads. Never ever integrate in your scaling campaign any type of ad that you have never tested, because you might ruin those campaigns. And I cannot explain how many times I came up with this problem, that I did not properly test a creative, then I integrated in my scaling campaign, and it get me like really bad results. So my suggestion is that always properly test campaigns. And how to make sure, I'm going to tell you right now. If you have spent more than 5x of your CPA for, let's say, 2 weeks, for 2 weeks, every day you are spending $100, which in total is $1,400, then it's totally enough to make any suggestion, to make any decision. Sorry, any decision. Let's dive into this data and dig and let's say what campaigns, not campaigns, what ads should we move to scaling campaign, right? First, we have this CB37 with 3 reason name, right? Here you can see that this ad has spent $8,000, made 373 purchases, and each purchase was $22 average to make one purchase, and ROAS is 1.8. I can clearly say that this ad is good. It works, so we can use it for scaling campaign. Then we have second ad, this one, right? CB18. This one had much less spent, $2,700, but it is also pretty good amount of money, I can say. It had 186 purchases, and as you can see, CPA is much lower than the first ad, and that's why we have much bigger ROAS with 2.6 which clearly indicates that this ad is a winner. So we should definitely move this type of ad to our scaling campaign, where we spend more money each day to make more money, right? Then we have the CB55 Tory ad, also pretty good result, 2.11 ROAS with the CPA much lower the first one, also good amount of spent money. We can also say that this is a pretty good ad, but these ones are not properly tested, I would say, because $600, 600. This is not good amount of spending money to say that those ads are winners. But this one with the 1.16 ROAS and this one with 1.08 ROAS, they're really bad ads. We should definitely stop running these ads because they're making lose us money, right? You can clearly say that, right? Here. So to sum up this data, we should definitely move the first, second, and third ad to the main campaign, which is a scaling campaign, to get more results. And also, actually, I get confused why people get confused about this. They always think that it is good to spend less and make more money, but actually it's much better to spend more money daily to get more sales. So you have like more turnover and cash flow delivered to your business, which is good because first of all, you don't have to pay a lot of taxes, and also it is good. Like your brand gets more customers. These customers potentially gonna tell their friends how they're satisfied with your product, and as much as people get knows to your brand, potentially the return and revenue gonna scale and increase, right? So that's why we create scaling campaigns. As I told you, this is all-star campaign, like one of the best ads integrated into one big scaling campaign. And scaling campaigns should always spend more money than testing campaigns. As you can see in the screenshot here, I have spent $161,000, right? I have spent that much money, and here are the purchases, and here are the cost per results. As you can see, some of the cost per results got even worse, which is logical, because when you're spending this high amount of money, actually what Facebook does is they always increase the budget for your ad, because when you're delivering too many ads to the same people, maybe let's say, you can get lower results, right? But it doesn't matter because average cost per purchase here is $23, which is good, and we have generated almost 7,000 sales. I believe this is 1 month results. We spent in 1 month this amount of money, and we made a lot of sales actually. So I would suggest you to use Meta's new opportunities and new functionalities like Advantage Plus, which works perfectly for me. Advantage Plus campaigns are new type of campaigns that Meta introduced us like 3 months ago, and I would suggest you to always run scaling campaigns with Advantage Plus turned on, because here you don't need to think about which ad should spend more. You have to think about how much money per campaign should be spent, and you just have to deliver the Facebook your best ads. And also always, of course, use sales objective and only deliver inside properly tested winning ads, properly tested, which means what we summarized here, right? To get results like this. And to sum up and say, one of the crucial part also as a working as a digital marketing for me, and one of the challenges also that I face right now is the tracking. Because if you don't get any numbers from your campaigns, how are you gonna evaluate what was the reason why your products were selling, right? Because I always like to know what delivers the result. Of course, we can say that if we spend $1,000 and we get $10,000 sales, we are successful, which is good. Yes, but I always need to know what made this successful. Like, what was the reason? Which ad? Which maybe audience or which campaign delivered those results, right? And one of the biggest challenges right now for digital marketers is to track data properly, because companies like Apple are actually against us, against our digital marketing industry. Because Apple thinks that we get too many information about our users and customers, and that's why they are fed up with it, and they think that if someone uses iPhone users should have a possibility to choose if they allow Facebook or any other social media platforms to track them. So if, let's say, if user decides, if the user has iPhone and he or she decides to not to track, not to give permission to Facebook to track, then you won't know from which campaign, from which ad this person made the purchase. So which is bad, actually. That's why we use platforms like Triple Whale or Hirus or ClickMagic, which these three are the same. I use personally Triple Whale, which is per month is like $200, starting from $200. This tool helps us to know from where people are making purchase from, which data that Facebook cannot track, actually. So here you can see this in February 24th, almost like previous month, we had this: Erin, Mason, Robin, Cass, Natalia, Laura, Amanda. They made purchase, but these purchases were never tracked on Facebook. So what this platform is doing is they are summing the data, and they're tracking those data and telling from which platform they made the purchase. From here, you can see Robin actually made purchase from these three platforms matched together. Can you believe? Robin first saw our Google ad campaign. He visited our website, left our website. Then in Facebook, he got ad, went to the website. Then he left email. Then he got email, and from email, he made a purchase. Can you believe how many processes are done? Like, he was in Google, he was in Facebook, and then made a purchase with email. And this information, if you never tracked it, you would never know how Robin made the purchase, which is really important. I believe so. And this is how the platform is showing you. It shows you like this guy visited February 5, 24, then Tuesday, January 3rd. Actually, it's like upwards. He saw ad at this time, and it also, this platform also shows which ad they saw, then added to cart, viewed the product, and left. Can you see? He left in January 30, then visited in February 5, and then in upwards there is like purchase on 24th February. Like, this guy to decide, Robin had been thinking like 20 days to make the purchase on our website. Can you see? He visited 30 January and made purchase at February 24th. So if you never had this kind of platform, you would never know how Robin made purchase and why it's so, and from which platform. So this is how actually Triple Whale works, which is pretty significantly well created product, I believe so. And you can clearly see here, the results. This is what Facebook shows you, 3.16, and this is actual real result, 2.89. This is also 2.77, but actual is 2.49. Yeah, Triple Well tracks much better than Facebook. And you might have like questions like, how can this small company, which is not really such a well-known company, can track more information than Facebook, which is like multi-million dollar company, right? The answer is that Facebook, because of they are so successful and well-known, governments and governmental organizations like Euro Commission, like American organizations, they are always against them, and they are blocking their features. And Triple Well, who anyone might know, anyone instead of digital marketers never know what Triple Well is. So this is a small company, that's why they can deep dive into the data without any restrictions, and they can literally show you the real results, which Facebook doesn't have this opportunity to do so, because they are limited to, because of Euro Commission and other organizations, governmental organizations across the world. So better data means better decisions. So please, guys, do some more research how to track more data. It is important to always have those informations to make better decisions, right? So to get actually results like this, sales like this, with the percentages increases like unbelievably well, like 870% of increase, right? So thank you for your attention. This was my presentation, as I promised, I would share my e-commerce as blueprint file, which I will do in the chat. It's a Notion file. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Notion, but I will definitely gonna share this Notion file with you. As I told you, this blueprint is mainly for anyone who is seeking to get more creative, to have a to know what kind of ad works. I'm going to show you actually right now how it works. Let's click here. I believe like I have 5 more minutes to do so. This is a Figma file. Figma is like a really good tool for designers. And if you click here, all templates, you can see more than 150 plus good images that other brands are using, so you can use it for your brand. This is the example. This is the template which you can edit for your brand. And there are like tons of different versions of image templates that you can use. And also we have tutorial how to edit those here. Here is the tutorial. You can watch the video, and from this video you can edit it easily for your brand. Here might be your competitor image integrated. Here might be your product, so you can use it. So let me share you actually with you. Video. Yeah, side. Yeah, this is the link. All you got to do is, yeah, all you got to do is just to copy this link and bookmark it. I suggest you to bookmark it, and that's it. I will leave this in chat. Oh, sorry, I was doing actually I cannot write in the chat. No, this is direct message. Oh yeah, you can actually see. Okay, good. So thank you again. Yeah, if you have any questions right now, you can ask me. I would be happy to answer. Chat-ში ჩავაგდე, უბრალოდ არ გიჩვენე ეს მოიცა. meeting group chat-ი აი ხა ნახე. აი აქ.
არა ხო არ ჩანს.
აი ხა გამოჩნდებოდა.
So one question is in the chat about average money customer spends. Eva is asking about it.
No, it was not actually a question. It was like answer to my question previously when I was talking about something. I remember. Thank you, Eva, again.
Sorry, okay, and your link is in the chat. We can see it. Is there any questions?
No.
ანუ საქართველოს ბაზარზე ერთი კითხვა მაქვს მე რეკლამებთან დაკავშირებით რა. ანუ საქართველოს ბაზარზე რო რეკლამირება გავაკეთოთ, ნუ მაგ სიტუაციაში Facebook-ი, Instagram-ი და TikTok-ის გამოყენება საკმარისი იქნება, ხო? ანუ Google Ads-იც დამატებითი ვარიანტი გვაქვს, ანუ ეგოთხი ვარიანტი გვაქვს პრინციპში, რომელშიც ჩვენ რომ მივმართოთ, ხო?
Please, can you ask questions in English because here are participants from other countries and make sure that everyone listens to you.
Okay. So basically, I'm interested in ads marketing, like what are different versions and types of ads I can use. For example, in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google Ads, which will be the best? I'm interested in that.
The best one
for beginners, yeah.
Yeah, for beginners to run in Georgia, it's Facebook. Facebook is #1 in every country, I would say. They are the leading platform. Yeah, but in the beginning, I would suggest you to do some research more about Meta Business Manager to know how to set up the campaigns so you can run ads. Guys, never use Boost now. This button, which is like pretty simple to use. I know it's simple, and we seek people. We people seek for simple things, but never boost your ads. Always create Business Manager and run ads from the Business Manager. So also Eva is asking, can you recommend any marketing books? Because usually there are no good books in Georgian libraries or shops about marketing. Thanks for the good question. Yes, I have some pretty good books I can suggest, but I have to remember the names. So first is Alex Hormoz's book. It's not actually like only for digital marketing, I would say. Alex Hormoz's book is How to Make Offers So Good. It's like that. Yeah, this is the one. The book I have read, and it is super cool. I will write the names. This guy is well known in digital marketing. He has tons of different online businesses, and he uses good content strategy and running ads on platforms. So he knows marketing well. It's just not for digital marketing, it's for business plus digital marketing. Also, I love this guy, Sell Like Crazy. I believe the name is like that, Sell Like Crazy. Yeah, this is it. This is Australian guy who has also good experience in client acquisition. He also uses digital marketing strategies. And in terms of digital marketing, like special digital marketing, I know one book by its cover. If the cover comes up, I will tell you which it is. Oh, this one. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is such a well-written book. This one. And also, let me Russell Brunson, actually. grandson, this guy. Yeah, this guy. This guy has .com secrets. Yeah, this is also a good book, .com secrets. This is for creating funnels and marketing strategies for your brand. And one more, which was the name? Let me think. No, yeah. For marketing, also, I would suggest you to read Seth Godin. Yeah, Seth Godin. He's the god. That's why he has God in his nickname, maybe. Yeah, Seth Godin. This book, I believe this is also in Georgian, translated pretty well. This is pretty basic book to read. I think anyone in digital marketing or any marketing should have read this book. This is Marketing by Seth Godin. And also he has a new book, which is also good. I know this from the cover. Yeah, Purple Cow is also good. Again, it's not for digital marketing, it's like marketing traditional, but it is so good. And I think I missed it. Seth Godin. Yeah, this one, the practice. But no, it's not for digital marketing. It's nothing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, these are the books I would suggest you to read. But more than books, I think the best way to learn more is actually YouTube. As I told you before, guys, I use always YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna log into my one account and I will show you what I do. This is my random account I created. This is not my primary YouTube channel. I create one YouTube channel for only e-commerce. And what I do is I always only watch my related videos. And if something shows up that is not related to e-commerce, what I do is I click and I say not interested. Here also, here not interested. And algorithm restarts and thinks that I am only interested in Facebook advertising. And that's why it shows me the videos only related to e-commerce, for business, for running ads and stuff like that. And these are the people I usually watch. Dara Dini, she's such a
Why I love Envato Elements?
Such a professional. She knows well. She has like much more experience than me. She has spent like I believe more than $300 million on Facebook and knows how to run ads properly. I also watch, I don't know, guys, if you're familiar with dropshipping or e-commerce. I also watch always this guy, Michael Berstein. He has pretty good experience. Yeah, they don't seem to be popular. They just don't watch this because these guys only know one specific thing. They talk about business, and no one is interested that much in terms of creating business. And also this person, Ben Health, is good. He also talks about Facebook and Google Ads, and has some pretty good videos. Alex Hormozy, as I told you, he's just a good businessman, influencer. I always watch his videos. And yeah, I think if you guys just watch these guys, which I shared with you, then algorithm will know that you're interested, and it will suggest you automatically different people also. So create new YouTube, like totally independent YouTube channel, only watch these videos, and every time you log into it, it's like a best library of courses that you can watch to get. And also for Georgian people, if you're interested, I produce new content every week. I try, maybe month, and I talk about dropshipping, e-commerce, like my success stories, And also my successful students. Every month I invite those students, so generated revenues, tons of revenues. So you can watch my YouTube channel also. Any more questions? Great. If you don't have any questions, then I wish you success. Thank you for listening. And I hope we meet, guys. You can also contact me through LinkedIn. If you have any extra questions, you can search me on LinkedIn. By LinkedIn, I'm Gigi Kurtanidze. You can ask me anything.
Okay, thank you so much, Gigi, for a very interesting masterclass. Thank you guys to attend, and we can now close our masterclass. Thank you again, and have a nice day, you.
Bye.
Bye.